Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and we are back yet again for another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collector's Edition video. This kind of came out of nowhere. They have been kind of popping up overseas. Some people have been able to order the newest Collector's Edition via those types of stores, but I happened into my local GameStop, and they said, hey, guess what? Do you want this figure? And lo and behold, it was HAWKGIRL. Now, this is the Kendra Saunders version of HAWKGIRL. Yes, to answer your question, the Platinum Edition is Shayera Hall. So you are getting two variations of HAWKGIRL, Hawkwoman, whatever you want to call her, but the one that everybody wants is, of course, the Platinum Edition. Now, here's the caveat to all of this. Lo and behold, prices have gone up. Shocking. I know. A few of you out there still trying to catch up with that. But this was $40. And that's because I had the GameStop Pro membership situation, which I would never really recommend, but because GameStop has been getting so many McFarlane figures, it has ultimately paid for itself, and then you get the benefit of the percentage off, and then you get the coupons. I'm not advocating it. I'm just telling you, it's worked out for someone like me who goes there and gets DC Multiverse figure after DC Multiverse figure, not video games. But hey, to each their own. It might work out for you in that sense. But to my point, $40, right? So $29.99 for the collector's edition was already pushing it. Remember, we used to get card stands with these things? $40, there is no fun left here. There is none of that. And let me just point out for the later parts of this video, look at the artwork on the back of this box. Here, we have HAWKGIRL. Now, if you look closely, she has talons on her boots. That's a key detail for this version of HAWKGIRL slash Hawkwoman. She also has her mace, her nth metal mace, which has some wrappings, and it attaches to her belt somehow. That's how she's able to fly around. So keep that in mind as well. Then you look at the belts. Very different to what we're going to be seeing here on the figure. She has talons, little elements to the glove, paint, red, things of that nature. Red fingernails. Just to point out the artwork on the back of the box. Just saying, for $40 for what you're getting. But for those of you out there that want to grab her, head into your local GameStop this weekend if you like. Here's the barcode. Have them scan it in store. And if they don't have it in stock, they can tell you other stores that do. So in the meantime, though, this is hopefully gonna be a blast. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collector's Edition Kendra Saunders HAWKGIRL. Here we go. All right, so now here's everything taken out of the packaging. Everything. 4 extra hands and her nth metal mace, which does not have a strap, which you will not be attaching to her belt anytime soon. The hands, they don't have any paint on them. They have no fingernails, no red nails, nothing like that. Fisted hands, trigger finger hands that are able to hold the mace, just FYI. And yes, the mace is painted well, at least for the bluish silver parts, but the wrappings is just all brown. So again, for $40, this is what we're getting now, and it's just not fun anymore. There's no strap. You can't attach it to her belt. She doesn't have a belt that you could attach it to anyways. But the actual figure, well, she looks pretty decent. And I'll be honest, that's mainly from far away. Can she stand on her own with those big heavy wings? I tried so many times, and then I put it on camera, and I did get her to stand. However, when you put those wings up, no, she does not stand well at all. But of course, the camera always works out somehow. The head portrait itself is really nice. Black elements amidst the brown, some nice shading. The eyes are gold. No problemos with the head portrait. And I like you can see her nose. You got the lips painted. It's pretty stellar. Well done in that sense. The rest of the costume, though, because she's going to share the body with the Shayera Hall version, they've painted over the details of her top, which there's skin in the middle. The articulation gets a little wonky, a little gappy. It's very odd, we'll just say. It doesn't look good by any means. And of course, she has those biceps, which don't make any lick of sense. You also have the double jointed elbows. You have the wrists, which will swivel. And then you have a little bit of ab crunch with kind of a semblance of a waist. It's very lackluster, we'll just say that. The belt has the element of the Hawkwoman symbol right there, but nothing else. It doesn't have any further paint. The legs will kick all the way out. She does have double jointed knees, and then she's got the boots, which are painted nicely, but that's how they chose to do the talons, which make no sense. So no, it's not great. But let's talk about the wings now, because there's really not much else to really talk about this figure. She is green, she's brown, she's yellow, and yes, she has the wings, which are interesting. They're cool. They swivel in a certain degree, but they're not going to do everything you want them to do. And that's unfortunate because they are pretty darn cool. They're double jointed in that sense. So you have it at the base of her back, and then you have the second part. You can get them going all the way out. Does she stand with this going on? Heck no. You'll have to get her a flight stand. A flight stand would have been nice. They always used to throw those in the box. Come on, those things can't be that expensive. There's not much to those. And because she's so heavy, they really don't work well with her anyways, but still, it would have been nice. No, the wings are seemingly non-removable unless you go that extra mile, heat it up, pop it off, do all that stuff. They're not going to come off just easy peasy. They are on her back. And like I said, when you want to extend them, they don't swivel upwards. So then you would get this really weird, doesn't really work kind of situation. So yeah, the articulation on the wings, while it works in some sense, is not really that great in the grand scheme of things. It's just okay. Then with the flight stand, like I said, the flight stands are really not capable of supporting a heavy figure like this. With her wings, with the nth metal mace, getting her in a flying position. She looks fantastic like this, but this is holding on by the skin of my teeth, just FYI. The other factor is that she's Wonder Woman's height because she shares parts and pieces with Wonder Woman. Is she astronomically tall like Power Girl? No, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have a smaller type HAWKGIRL. Would have been a little bit more form-fitting. However, she does look good with this Hawkman, a very 90s Hawkman. I don't have the other version that was supposed to be more of a classic Hawkman, so if you have one out there, let me know if you want to part with it. The real fun, though, for me, even though it's not Shira Hall, and yes, I will be getting that figure, is that it goes really cool with the whole Justice League Unlimited animated mindset. Even though these are the comic book incarnations of these characters we all know and love, it certainly makes for a great display now that we finally have an integral member like HAWKGIRL. Although I will tell you, yes, Shira Hall will definitely fit in a whole heck of a lot better, but tell me that don't look good. From Flash to Martian Manhunter, Superman, GL, HAWKGIRL, Batman, and Wonder Woman, heck yeah. So that's going to wrap it up for my quick look at the brand new Kendra Saunders HAWKGIRL / Hawkwoman from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collector's Edition line. $40 for this figure? Heck no. In fact, McFarlane Toys, and I know the line is ending, but perhaps I'll just tell you, you're going to have to wait for a sale on this unless you absolutely want her, because no, this is not a $40 figure. It's really not. There's not enough to justify it. Is it a good looking figure just to leave it on your shelf and never touch it again? Sure. If you want to blow $40, it's up to you. But that being said, you've heard my thoughts, and now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything DC Multiverse. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, I'm really not trying to be a downer on this whole situation, but the prices are becoming insane. And when they are, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.